So first we see if we're live, and we are. Perfect. So good evening folks, welcome back to another video and welcome back to another Tales from the Past. This time's the 32nd Tale from the Past, known as Double Dragon issue 6, The Last of the Dragon by Marvel Comics. That was originally a miniseries that didn't start out as a comic, because it started out as a series of beat 'em up games by Technōs Japan. And but basically the only purpose was, if you check my previous video, the first one in that case, basically it was beating up every member of Oligopolis, every gang member, and eventually rescuing your girlfriend, Marion Steele. And that's about it. But this series of comics, or mini-series, was a little bit more context to it. So for those of you who are familiar with how I do these types of things, how I do these types of videos, Tales from the Past is basically a series of reviews / videos of, let's say, American comics, European comics, or even manga from the previous century till let's say the year 2010. And basically I break the video down into who the teams is, who's the writer, who's the did the pencils, who did the inks, the colors, letters, and who did the cover, things like that, and who the editors are. And we go through the synopsis and the quick breakdown, and we use after that we'll discuss the good, bad, and the ugly, basically plus and minus, how I have written it down in my notes. And we give our final score. And of course there might be some things that you might agree with, disagree with, and let me tell you what, that's totally fine. I'm just trying to keep it civil. My goal with these types of videos, similar to what Captain Frugal does with his weekly comic reviews, I try to go back to a little bit to the old school days, you know, when people could discuss which comic was good, or manga or European comic, what kind of character could be who, and was the art good, was the cover art good, and was the writing in balance with the illustrations. Those are and of course page ratio and the amount of panels being used on certain pages. Those are discussions that we need to have. And of course I come armed with my, if you hear the paper rattle between the copyright or the royalty-free music that I picked for this track, or for this issue. That's true, because like Captain Frugal, even though he's a little bit older than me, I try to do it a little bit old-fashioned, with a small notebook. You write some notes down, you plug in the video in OBS, and after you read this issue, and you're ready to go. So without further, and before I go to the team, I also use the source called the League of Comics Geeks to give you opinions of other users or other people who read this issue, either digitally or physically. So without further ado, let's go to the team. Nothing much changed since issue 5. The writer is Tom Brevoort and Mike Kantorovich. I hope I spelled that name correctly. The pencils are Salbeluto. See, I butchered that name already, it happens. Inks are by Brad Van Kata. Colors Kevin Tinsley. Letters by Pat Brousseau. The editors, same as in issue 5. Basically Fabian Nicieza, Ivan Skolnick, and the covers are done by Kevin McGuire and Van Kata, who also did the inks. And of course the editor-in-chief is Tom DeFalco. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but I digress. So now to the synopsis. In the previous issue they had to basically contain an entire prison breakout in Oligopolis penitentiary. And after that they learned the brothers, Billy, the blue guy, and Jimmy the red guy learned about a little bit of family history about yeah, about their father Stan, the love triangle between his lover and wife Miranda and Shinichi, who later fell victim to counterforce and became this guy. I'm going to use my mouse for a bit. It's now a hand because I'm using Adobe Reader for this PDF file. Into this guy, Shinichi. Basically, they left him for dead, and he came back from the grave. And now they have to say, but he also captured the soul of their mother and Sensei's Kyolei. I probably butchered the name already. His daughter and Stan's wife and their mother in that case. And now I have to come face to face with the counterforce and have to save her soul, and that's about it. So let's go to the breakdown. As you could see here in this on the cover, they go straight into the action. So let's go. So in the midst of their battle with a statue empowered by the Dragon Force, brothers Jimmy and Billy Lee encountered a mysterious stranger named Stan. It was their father. Basically the whole recap. Through him and the Book of the Dragon that they received, they uncovered the secrets of their heritage and origin, as well as those of their enemy known as Nightfall, Shinichi in this case. Once Stan's closest friend, the man known as Shinichi, was transformed by the dark side of the Dragon Force, so the counterforce. It's of the Dragon's heart into the avatar of chaos. Now having lured his former rival back to Oligopolis, Nightfall stares up an attack upon our heroes, and first by destroying their headquarters, and then by appearing to the dragons via hologram and revealing the soul of their mother, mourning for help and captive yeah, for so many years, because she can't she's basically trapped between the land of the living and the land of the dead. The flesh may have died, but the soul is another thing. That's basically used the Nightfall to discern the natural order of things, and the soul of their of Billy and Jimmy's mother can't move on into the afterlife. So and they originally they would act upon this knowledge, and but at the moment they are rather busy fighting throughout the city to get through where they're being ambushed by gangs and previous enemies that we'll get to later. As you can see, this was originally a double spread to get to the soul of the mother. So now you have Stan, Jimmy, the red guy. I can go with my mouse over here, and Billy, the blue guy, basically kicking everyone's butt. And yeah, I'm not. I didn't like the fact that they use something similar to yeah, for issue 2 as the cover, but in this case, since full on action, it just works. It's quite impressive how they made, as I gave so many characters their moment to shine, and they come across some old adversaries later. So they've got to this Nightfall at the source, where you have forgotten that your mother's soul is at stake, to say nothing of all of Oligopolis. Marion, we could use a little timely police intervention right about now. No argument from me, Mr. Lee. This is Officer Steele, to 12 Precinct Oligopolis South, requesting backup. Control here, Officer Steele. No can do on backup. We've got our problems of our own. Looks like somebody kicked over a beehive. Nightfall's forces are overrunning the city. Oligopolis is under martial law, and all available units have already been dispatched. I'm afraid you're on your own. So basically what happens is, yeah, all the units are, since the police quite yeah, low on manpower, and all they've been dispatched. They've the federal government, etc., from Oligopolis has decided to put the city under martial law. So it means that the House of Lee is on their own in this fight. So yeah, great. Sorry guys, no luck. Oligopolis finance have their hands full with Riot. No matter, this time, time's come to carry the fight to Nightfall. Thank the Dragon for good, solid workmanship. Looks like the bikes are still in one piece. The only piece I desire is a piece of our enemy. Typical Jimmy. You'll get your chance soon, Jimmy. Now, let's ride. And they ride, but yeah. Their old man is not quite used to fast transport. And yeah, or at least on motorbikes. So we're supposed to find Nightfall. Take out an ad in the paper. Maybe you should check the yellow pages. It's even easier than that. Use the Dragon Force to locate Nightfall as your sensei did in the past. By homing in on this evil. So that is, if you guys think you can hack it, well, why not? It's worth a shot. Come on, Jim. And once again, they touch each other. And together, they're strong. Divided, they fall. So in this case, the Dragon Force basically concentrates through their bond, and the father Stan tells him that good, and tells him to concentrate on their mortal enemy and his former friend, and yeah, basically create a track that leads to him. Feel yourselves drawn to the nexus point of this evil power, and let the Dragon Force do the walking. So basically it creates a pathway of energy to yeah, Shinichi, or in this case Nightfall. And they're incredible. I didn't think the Dragon Force was capable of such a feat. Thank the least of what you can do. In the right hands, backed by the right spirit, as Stan tells. This must be the place. Certainly it's keeping with the theme of this evening. Ironic, because the music is actually bass music from Felician Fields. But I digress. Those looters, we must do something. We will, Jim. But where? But where till do the most good. But once Nightfall has been put down, his influence over the city will end. Sensei tend to ask most in need first. I do not know about this. Well, I do. It's time to kick some butt. So the blue guy goes on the attack. You with me, brother? Yes. So the twin dragon goes on the attack. Though I suspect our task will not be as straightforward as that. Might be right. And they come across some old adversaries, like I predicted. Like I spoiled already. So if you don't like this part, you can click away right now. I should have said that at the beginning before I went to the breakdown or the synopsis. At least I have Earl Grey to keep me company. At least if these guys have anything to say about it. Kill them, kill the dragons with pleasure stealth. So Exoskeleton goes on the attack, and Ledger Domain goes on the attack as well, and some kind of black guy. Kill them, kill the dragons with pleasure stealth. Your reach far exceeds your grasp in such matters, Exoskeleton. Shut up and fight. Finally, somebody said it. Surrender, Billy Lee. I've seen your future in the cards and holds death. I've never much cared for card tricks. Ledger Domain. There's some sleight of hand that will knock you senseless. So basically, the blue guy knocks him unconscious with his power chucks, or not chucks, and he's down one. So which 3 to go, or at least 3 to go. Stand still, you be Dragonfly. Yeah. So I can crush you like the bug you imitate. The most amusing metaphor, Exoskeleton. Your sense of humor is exceptional. Disarming. Beautiful pun, well timed. Genius. Be thankful it was not your true limbs. Shattered bones are most painful. And it's not so superluminal. So yeah, he with one hand palm he takes Jimmy the red guy takes out superluminal and save you from evil. Yeah, the blue guy tells him, but he was a crummy date. Why do you complain? You took out Ledger the main. Very well then. You may dance with superluminal. I'd love to. And it's not much fun dancing on your own, so you gave him a little friend. And they throw exoskeleton at yeah, superluminal, and that's one more to go. Your sense of humor shall be one day be the death of you, brother. Well, it's kind of ironic, but look who's behind him. Stealth, Katie. When you should be watching your flank. Well, nothing of following your own advice, but fortunately, Marion Steele is there to the rescue, and she shoots her straight through the hand. She drops her gun, and lays a gun, and she tells her, "Remember me. Keep in mind, Jimmy. You don't need this sense of humor to run off that run off the mouth." I love a woman like that who could kick some ass and has some common sense. Who could stand her own. I'm not talking about Mary Sue. I'm talking about a well-developed character like this. Awesome. That would never have happened if kids only skip. Yeah. Next time, get lecture for after the fight. Nah, skip it. Good. No. So yeah, typical dad at that moment there. Because yeah, some father and son quality time. So they make it into the headquarters. They knock out the door, and 1, 2, 3. There's the embodiment of the counterforce, Shinichi, or in this case Nightfall. And appears Miranda that we have some uninvited guest, if not unexpected guests. Welcome, dragons. How nice that you could attend my impromptu coronation as Lord and Master of Oligopolis. Stuff it, jerk. Surrender your grip upon the city, Nightfall, and upon the soul of our mother, or suffer the consequences. Consequences? See, my dear, how your ungrateful whelps abuse my hospitality. I believe a lesson is called for a lesson in consequences. So, of that the fight begins, and the blue guy Billy attacks with his vibro charge to no avail, because yeah, basically you believe that, and yeah, he has his own shields, and yeah, powers against that, or like a plan. Fool! You believe that the Dragon Force makes you invincible? The powers I wield are far more ancient and deadly. I'm the heart of darkness itself. And with one yeah, palm of the hand, he knocks out the blue guy. Your magnetic energies are no match for the even power forces which empower me. Since the scan is not the best scan of the PDF, it's kind of hard to read. Perhaps not. Yet since the time of Yang, light has always banished darkness. And who is to say what effect those Death Stars will have on you? Similar to Batman. He's trying to fight, it's like fighting Bane with toys, it's not going to work. Speak not to me of Yang, the common thief who wrested man from the grasp of darkness. For his time is over. As your own. Fuck. And yeah, one chop, he takes out he grabs the red guy Jamie by the throat, and he could barely prevent Nightfall from getting his throat crushed. And Marion Steele fires a gun, and shoots him in the back. But yeah, he's the embodiment of the counterforce. It's not going to work. Pretty simple. So, at that moment, Stan, Shinichi's old friend and comrade, tells him that the the second guy in the love triangle that Midanda eventually chose, comes walking in and asks him to end his madness. Stan, ever my loyal friend, do you realize how much I hated you? I waited for you to return. You know, waited so that the treacherous cow, spurn me, might witness the fall of the House of Lee. Okay, pal. That clears it. And the blue guy stands up. Back off Nightfall. Nobody pounced on my mother but me. Or my brother but me. How touching. If you care for your brother so greatly, allow me to return him to you. So he throws him straight at him. You may now... He pronounced the man and bride, and they could now kiss the bride. Pretty simple. That's the only way to describe it in a sense of dark humor. You are neither of you a credit to your ancestors. Stan, Xiangwei, Midanda, Yang, each in their own small way has contributed to what I've become. Now thanks to them, Nightfall shall once again fall over this pathetic sphere, and the back of the dragon shall be broken forever. You stood not chance, sons of my enemy, for long before Yang leaped the dragon's heart, the force I embody held sway for untold millennia. You cannot overcome it, for the seeds lie within you, as they lie within all man. I'm young, descended while you are but a poor marriage. Twixt Yang and Yin, the dragon line shall end this night. Find thyself, feast upon the living heart. Jim, remember Sensei never give in to despair, and that if we fight as one, our victory is assured. Together, yes, together. So once again, I'm starting to take inspiration from this story as well. We can transcend the whole, and they knock him out with a double punch, but seems to be but to no effect because he's still standing. Such a feeble fight ever little dragons. For once, as insignificant as you. This all the resistance you can master, then let the flickering light of civilization is all but extinguished. Once I'm finished, the darkness I serve shall wend its way across the globe, plunging this pathetic sphere into chaos once again. Only this time, there shall be no Yang to fan the flames. To fan the flames of salvation. Merry Betty, bickering brothers, proved little more than an annoyance. So he goes on the attack, once again unleashing his powers upon them. And yeah, the only way, they have no other choice but to break the spirit globe and release their mother from their imprisonment. Like the man said, you don't fight power with power, you fight with spirit. And yeah, she tells him that she compliments her children, and with that, now it's two of you. If you have acted as one, so shall your fallen comrade and I. Mother, Marion. And so with that last bit, she takes possession. The spirit of Midanda takes possession of her, of Marion's unconscious body. So you make the same mistakes your grandfather made. My sons, for us, Yang has ridden. The force of chaos cannot be destroyed, merely driven back or contained. So you must transcend all you had been by order to accomplish what is now required. So basically, what they're doing, they summon every inch of their power to imprison of what and put everything they learned into practice, so they could seal away the spirit of, or in this case, Shinichi or Nightfall into his own imprisonment of his own and their making. It's working, yes. And with that, they combine forces and they activate an a trap known as fusion. So or at least they cast a spell on him, activating some kind of spell that imprisons him in a dragon statue you see over here. But I saw a Chunkwei once these years ago. So let us do this. Strike, my children. We must contain Shinichi's eldritch energies, tempering our actions with the compassion of Yang. I don't believe it. It's done. And they imprisoned the typical conflict, obstacle, solution. They imprison him. Aftermath. It can only be contained for such a time until once again it gets released into the world again. Shinichi is now and forevermore at one with the dragon, who has at least obtained his heart's desire in a manner most unique. Amazing, yeah. Miranda, and of course, she has won in her last moments before the spirit departs. She tells her goodbyes to, let's say, Stang, her husband, and their children. And she tells them that the greatest gift that were given to him were not there, Stan. It should not be, and she tells them not to worry. And that had to be. Did what was required in life's grand scheme. And she tells them that her time is short, and that Shinichi, through his action, has given her one last gift, one great gift, and that was a chance to see her sons grown as strong and confident man, skilled in their martial arts, fighting against the forces of evil, of the counterforce, and succeeding. And she tells them that to look after them, guide them on their path, and know always that she will love them for all. And for spirit departing, Marion comes back to her senses and she asks, of course she asks what happened, but she was someone else for a moment, and they tell him the stage of who, whatever, Luke group. We better get our pal here back to the Dragon House headquarters for safekeeping. Don't you mean what's left of it? The Dragon House, it's gonna take weeks to clean that thing up, as William has already volunteered to help stand with the reconstruction. Perhaps you and I could take a stroll down by the lake in the meantime, Marion. Typical Jimmy. And here the love triangle continues, unfortunately. Hold on, pal. If she's gonna be any midnight strolling, it's gonna be with me. No, boys, where have I heard this before? Oh yeah, that's how this whole mess started in the first place. And with one last word, all your strength is in your union. All your danger is in your discord. Longfellow Hiawatha. Longfellow Hiawatha. And as you can see, an open ending, because the statue is showing a spark the moment the two of them are in conflict with each other. So typical divide and conquer strategy right there. Nice open ending. After that, this review is coming to an end. So, or at least the breakdown. We're going back to the cover again, which once again really nice for a 90s comic. And plus and a minus, once again good cover art, interiors, and there's a good balance between writing, art, and the action. And it's a good final boss and open ending. Interior art is still sometimes hit, sometimes miss, but it actually flowed well together. So now there's not much I could say about it. So we're going to the final score. That's an 85 out of 100. On Lake of Comic Geeks, 3 out of 4 liked it with a 75, with an average rating of 7. 3 out of 4 liked it. 3 out of 4 people liked it with an average score of 7, or we had, let's say, average score 75 out of 100. I'll give this one an 85 out of 100 because it's a good way to end the story and to leave it an open ending. So yeah, that one day maybe they'll fight each other again. Who knows? And the final score for the whole series, I basically summed up everything and divided it by 6 and came to the conclusion that it's an 80.2 out of 100, which is basically an 80 out of 100 to be to give it a nice round number. So a must read, and but incredibly hard to find physically. So yeah, you either have to get it from an online source that's not so legally, or you could ask me for the PDFs, or you could look into one of the many bins containing boxes containing back issues to get them at your local comic book shops. In the USA and Canada, it might be a little bit more easy to find them all, but yeah, that's about it. Very good mini-series, and yeah, I'm going to take inspiration from this because I loved how it all went together, and yeah, that's it for now. This review will probably be posted in the second week of November, or in the first week of November, around that time. And yeah, till then, that's it for now. I'll be reviewing, let's say, Wolf and Batsy issue 7 by Brian Baugh. I probably butchered the name. Just before Halloween, and yeah, till then, see you guys in the next one. Chicos and chicas, I like to say in Japanese, dewa mata ne.